I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this time, I'll recognize Barbie Lopez, Executive Assistant to Commissioner Rivera, to read the public comment notice.
Thank you, Commissioner Linebaugh. Public comment will be accepted in person and through the Q&A function. Please include your first name, last name, and municipality for all comments. Any comments without name and municipality will not be considered. Each citizen can submit one comment. Comment length is dictated by limitations of the platform being used, Teams Q&A, Facebook, and YouTube. In-person comments will be accepted first, followed by comments submitted virtually. The meeting comment period is limited to a total of 30 minutes, including both in-person and virtual comments. This time period may be extended at the discretion of the board. Please be concise. Comments that are germane to county business will be read during the meeting and should not be considered to be interactive dialogue with the commissioners. The county solicitor shall be the final arbiter of whether a comment is germane and should be read. Any commissioner response to public comment will be done at the discretion of the commissioners.
Thank you very much, Barbie. Are there any additions or corrections for the May 22nd meeting minutes? Hearing none, the minutes will stand approved as presented. We did have an executive session yesterday, May the 28th, dealing with potential litigation, personnel, and contract negotiations. We do not have any public comment in person, and there appears to be none online. So we'll move right into our agenda. Item 1, authorizing under that Budget Department, adopt a resolution authorizing 2025 budget transfers in the amount of $913,942 and 2025 appropriations in the amount of $750 per listing dated May 23rd of 2025. There are two items listed under my name. Item A, adopt a resolution authorizing the reappointment of Jack R. Gumbach, West Reading, Pennsylvania, to the Reading Area Community College Board of Trustees for a 6-year term expiring June 30th of 2031. And item B, adopt a resolution authorizing the reappointment of Edwin Stock, Reading, Pennsylvania, to the Reading Area Community College Board of Trustees for a 6-year term expiring on June 30th of 2031. There are several items listed under Commissioner Michael Rivera. Item A, adopt a resolution authorizing the appointment of William P. Murray, Wyomissing, Pennsylvania, to the Council on Chemical Abuse Board of Directors for a 3-year term expiring on April 1st of 2028. Item B, adopt a resolution authorizing the appointment of Gavin Milligan, Blandon, Pennsylvania, to the Berks County Planning Commission to fill an unexpired term, and the new term would expire on December 31st of 2026. I do want to recognize that Gavin Milligan is here with us this morning. Thank you for your willingness to serve. You do know this is free. There's no compensation. I just thought I'd point that out. Okay. Commissioner Rivera often fails to tell people that 99% of our appointments are free and volunteer, but we appreciate it, Gavin.
I think there's only one that isn't, but
yeah, now there's a couple.
There's a couple.
I think, did the RAC trustees get any kind of compensation? No. Then it's
Board of
Assessment,
yeah,
Board of Assessment and Appeals. So item C, adopt a resolution authorizing the reappointment of Guido M. Pacchini, Wyomissing, Pennsylvania, to the Reading Area Community College Board of Trustees for a 6-year term expiring on June 30th of 2031. And item D, adopt a resolution authorizing the reappointment of Suzanne Wenderoth, West Reading, Pennsylvania, to the Reading Area Community College Board of Trustees for a 6-year term expiring on June 30th of 2031. There are several items listed under the commissioners. I will read the first two and then recognize a gentleman in the audience that will address a little bit more detail. Item A, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute the 25-26 renewal quote to P Corp, a program of the County Commissioners Association of Pennsylvania, and excess crime coverage with Travelers Insurance. And item B, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute the appropriate quarterly compensation agreement presented by EHD, who charges a discounted fee in lieu of accepting carrier commissions. So we have Mike Malinowski, president of EH&D, asked him to come up and make a few comments.
Thank you, Commissioner Linebuck. I won't give you an hour-long boring insurance presentation, so I'm
Thank
sure
you.
you're not in the mood for that today. But I can't believe it's our 13th year in the P Corp program, which was an extremely wise decision when we entered it. This process, as you know, starts in January. We start doing the applications with county staff, Kevin and his team, to complete them. Then in March, they put out some coverage document changes that we review with Christine and the appropriate county personnel. And just to give you an impact of the influence the county of Berks has on the program, is we're very adamant about ensuring the protection for counties across the Commonwealth. And I think we're a leader in that. And Christine has helped with our staff, Krista Miller, to make changes to help counties and ensure that they're all protected. For the county of Berks, which is an excellent program that CCAP offers, we actually have a very good renewal. The average increase across the entire Commonwealth for counties in it was a little over 11%. Our increase was 5.3%, which is extremely good in the insurance marketplace these days. Now, that is just pure rate. When our exposures actually in different areas of the application, our property values went up 3%, our payroll went up 6%, our auto increased significantly. So that 5% is a little misleading. It's almost flat renewal in rate, which is almost unheard of in the insurance marketplace for government. We represent a lot of counties across Pennsylvania, and actually P Corp has stopped accepting a lot of them, which is unfortunate for some of our other clients because the marketplace is so difficult, but great for the county of Berks. We continue to get risk control credits, loss control credits because of some of the work of the safety committee, along with our team at EHD. And we also are eligible every year for $25,000 safety grant, which we apply for. We'll start doing that paperwork with Jeff Philippi from EHD and the appropriate county personnel. So on a whole, it's great news in the scheme of things. I know anything going up 5% doesn't seem like good news, but we're delivering a lot larger increases across the state. So I appreciate the opportunity with EHD, obviously our longstanding partnership. We don't take it for granted. And we thank you for your trust in us. So if there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
I think there's a point I would like to make every now and then, and I don't know if my colleagues have run into this. I'll get contacted by somebody I know who's an insurance agent and says, we would like to have a shot at the county's business. And one of the things I explained to them is EH&D is a broker, and they look at everything on our behalf. We were not with P Corp when I first came to the county in 2008. And I'd love to say I'm the one that drove it and pushed that, but it was actually EH&D in their regular annual going out to the marketplace that said, we've got to look at this, looked at it and said, this is the way to go. Now, as we noted here, our excess crime coverage is with Travelers Insurance. I think it's important the public understand that, yes, we've had EH&D since before I was here, but EH&D isn't married to one insurance company or provider. You're out there looking for the best option for the county, and your involvement, really leadership on the safety committee. We probably wouldn't have a safety committee without the work that EH&D has done to kind of put that together in a unique way. And then even the way the fee structure works is a benefit to the county. And when it benefits the county, it benefits the taxpayer.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, we always felt, Commissioner, thank you for those comments. Yeah, we always try to test the marketplace a little bit. We've held P Corp accountable. to ensure they're doing what they need to do for the county. But yeah, we constantly, if we want to make a change, we definitely notify the commissioners. But even with Christine's help, that's a lot of the claims related stuff. Sometimes we're educating P Corp, right, Christine, of what the coverages are, but we do really hold them accountable. And it's been a good program, and governments just have not a lot of carriers are beating the door down the right prisons and CYS and things of that nature. So we'd probably be looking over the $2 million range. And our compensation, we feel if your costs go up, we shouldn't just make more money. I mean, because we're very comfortable with the ROI we give back to the county of Berks. So to your point, Commissioner, it is true for us across government in the entire state. We think that's the fairest thing to do and the transparent thing to do.
Absolutely. And Kevin, aren't you in a new role? Is it at P Corp? No, P Comp? Different one.
I'm on the UC Trust Committee.
UC Trust, sorry. Are you involved in P Corp?
I'm on the board.
You're on the board.
Yep.
Sorry.
Yep.
Just wanted to recognize that. Any other questions or comments for Mike?
Just thank you for the good work you do. Keep it up and look forward to working with you. Thank you, Mike.
Yep. Thank you very much. And,
Thank you, Mike.
And one other, I'm talking about pooled insurance risk, which is what P Corp is. We also participate in another pooled insurance risk for unemployment compensation. And that's what the board you're on. So we just received $269,000 dividend payment from the Unemployment Compensation Trust Board. So yeah, one of the things is because we participate in these trust boards, they're not for-profit organizations. So anything, any dividends or excess money, they return back to the county. So we benefited from $269,000 there.
Thank you for bringing that up, Commissioner Rivera. Continuing, item C, adopt a resolution authorizing the execution of the Pennsylvania Commission on Crime and Delinquency project modification request subgrant for the National Forensic Science Improvement Act for the period of July 1, 2024 through September 30th, 2025, and further authorizing Kevin S. Barnhart, Chief Operations Officer, to execute all grant award documents and notifications. Item D, adopt a resolution authorizing Mitchell R. Darcourt, County Treasurer, to open a new bank account with Tompkins Community Bank, Reading, PA, for LERTA escrow payments for the Wyomissing Square Commercial LLC. Item E, adopt a resolution authorizing the chair to execute an amendment to the Redevelopment Assistance Capital Program Cooperation Agreement, GoggleWorks 2, between the county and the Berks County Redevelopment Authority, authorizing the increase in grant funding from the amount of $2 million to $7 million. This is a RACP, and again, this is not money that we're giving to anyone. This is something we have to do as part of the process to back the redevelopment authority's action in overseeing and administering the RACP for the GoggleWorks 2 project. Item 2, a motion to authorize the execution of contract agreements and amendments as set forth on the contract agenda listing dated May the 23rd of 2025. There are 25 total contracts. There's one with the Area Agency on Aging, one with Berksheim, 6 with Children and Youth Services, 5 jointly with Children and Youth Services and Juvenile Probation, 5 with the Commissioners, 1 with Facilities and Operations, 1 with Human Resources, 1 with Information Systems, 1 with the Sheriff's Department, 1 with Treasurer and Tax Claim, and 2 with the Solicitor's Office. Item 3, a motion to authorize the execution of the payments and electronic transfers for the week ending May 30th of 2025. And 4, a motion to authorize the execution of employee payroll disbursements dated June 3rd of 2025.
Motion to approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
The motion has been made and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion is carried. We'll move now to reports of our treasurer and controller. We'll begin with our treasurer, Mitch Darcourt. Mitch.
Thank you, Commissioner. Today we have an open balance of $305,477,079.70. We have a balance to clear of $4,230,699.19, leaving us with a balance of $301,246,380.51. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mitch. And we'll move now to our County Controller, Joe Rutterow. Joe.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. For the week ending May 30th, 2025, we have a total accounts payable and cash disbursement of $4,233,346.70. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Joe. And we'll move now to Kevin Barnhart with the Chief Operations Officer report.
Thank you, Commissioner Linebaugh. Just an update. We completed our second round of tours with our legislators last Thursday at the Youth Detention Center. We had representation from all three counties, Dauphin, Lehigh, and Berks.
Great.
It was another very valuable 2 hours. We spent the first hour going over all the needs and the concerns in all three communities, and then we take a walking tour. And I really think it's an eye-opening experience for our legislators to see the possibility there. And we're going to continue to press the governor, the legislature, DHS on our one-time request for funding to help open the doors so we can have a regional detention center for the needs of all three counties. So we continue to press on, but it was very well received. I would say, I'm not going to throw numbers out there, but we had a pretty decent number of legislators from all three counties over those 2 Thursdays. So, of course, schedules are difficult, but those that were in attendance really, really took in a lot of information and asked a lot of good questions. So, and thank you for your participation as well, being in one, if not all, of the meetings. So, thank you.
The meeting I attended, or the tour I attended, I was very impressed with the response of Mark Gillen. Mark has some background years and years ago in corrections, but he really got it. And I believe the other legislators that were there as well did, but he spoke out about the need to make sure our delegation understands what this is and what it isn't, versus some of the things you may hear espoused as fact that clearly are not. So thank you for your work and your team's work on this, along with facilities. I know they've been a critical part of this as well.
And Laura Jones.
Laura Jones,
He's
that's
been
correct.
a real,
Laura was fascinating. She answered some significant questions from a budgetary standpoint, and that I'm glad you highlighted her, because when we were done, I walked up to her and thanked her, and she just put it in very clear and concise terms that I think everyone understood.
Thank you. We have a good team.
We do.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, with that, we are to commissioners' comments, and we'll begin with Commissioner Michael Rivera.
Thank you, Commissioner Linebaugh. A few items here. I also had the opportunity to attend that open house last Thursday. I think there were about either five or six legislators and/or their staff there. So some good conversation with them, answered questions, addressed concerns that they had. So hopefully it will be for the positive. Last Friday, I also had the opportunity to attend the Tech Centro graduation. I had spoken about this last Thursday, but there were about 134 graduates from 5 different certificate programs. And it was great. It was packed room, standing room only. A lot of people there to celebrate these accomplishments. They had CNA, CDL, culinary arts, HiSET, which is sort of a similar to a GED program, and 1 or 2 other programs there. So I want to congratulate the great work that Tech Centro is doing, as well as all of the graduates there that day. Also, this past Saturday, I had the opportunity, together with Commissioner Santoni, to attend the grand opening of the ACE Market in Hamburg. This is on State Street. I think it's 332 State Street in Hamburg, and it's a market where they have local farm and locally produced food there. So if you're in the Hamburg area and you want something fresh, you want something local, visit them, ACE Market at 332 State Street in Hamburg. So we had the opportunity to go there and Just walked in a little after the ribbon cutting, but we enjoyed the rest of the event.
Mhm.
And also this past Tuesday, we had our first quarter fiscal update at our operations meeting, which was presented by Laura Jones, our Deputy Director of Budget and Finance. So if you want to see that, you can visit that. You can go onto our Teams page, our Facebook page, and check that out as well. A great update as to what has been happening so far, January 1st through the end of March, reference to the finances here at the county. And additional comments, just 2 additional comments. One, we have an election board meeting today. Unfortunately, this is the one meeting that I have been at that we've had so many complaints around elections, and not the election services department, but around candidates that were running and things that were not done properly. There's 5 agendas on the item for that. So it's unfortunate to see that. So hopefully candidates that are running will understand what they need to do to be able to run a campaign properly. And the last item I want to talk about, and I was in a meeting this morning with District Attorney John Adams, and he asked me if I could reiterate this. There's a lot of scams going around out there. A lot of them they're calling and attacking the elderly. So if you have parents, please make sure you're keeping an eye out on them. But it's not only for the elderly. What's happening is people are getting a call from the sheriff's department and saying supposedly, yes. Well, they're saying it's from the sheriff's department. They have a name of an actual deputy, and the number that shows up on your phone is the name of the sheriff's department. So they're spoofing the number, and they're telling the person that they either missed jury duty or a hearing, and they're telling them that they have to go and send X amount of dollars. If not, they're going to be arrested. And the people, of course, get scared, and they go and send this money. Last night, unfortunately, someone lost $18,000 with this. So just make sure if someone calls you, don't send them money. Say, okay, let me call the office back. I don't know who this is. I don't know who you are. When I call the office back, go to the internet, find, in this case, the sheriff's department, call them or say, I'll drop by your office tomorrow, and then stop by in person. Just don't go out and send money. Some red flags. Recently, someone was asked to deposit $9,000 in coins at a coin machine at Giant. That's a red flag. If you're asked to deposit this money in a Bitcoin ATM machine, also another red flag. So just be very cautious when you receive calls saying that if you don't pay this or you don't pay that, you'll be arrested. If you hear your parents saying it, please keep an eye out for them. A lot of these, unfortunately, are targeting the elderly, but we want to make sure that people are safe. We want to keep the money to the people who it belongs to, not that it gets lost to scammers. So please help share this information. And if something is weird, reach out to the district attorney's office, let them know so that they are aware and able to investigate.
Just to add to that, one of the things I've started doing in the last year, if I get a call, even if it appears to be legitimate, and they're asking for me to take care of something on the phone, I tell them, thank you very much. I don't know if you're real or not, but I will handle this on my own. And I'll either call the location. If I'm able to, I go online to where my account is. And I got to tell you, I think only one of maybe 40 or 50 of these over the last year have been legitimate. You go on your Amazon account, no issue there. You go on to your bank account, there's no issue there. And a lot of them will tell you, we won't call you and ask you for anything.
Yeah.
And texts are now becoming a problem.
Texts are becoming a problem. The thing is, they spoof the number, so it looks like the number is actually your bank number or Amazon's number, but it's really not. So you want to be careful. If the call comes in, don't give them any information. You find the number and you make that call out. And if it's a legitimate call, they're going to understand that with everything going on, why you don't want to talk, and that you will call back in. So please be careful.
Yeah, very good point. Thank you. Commissioner Dante Santoni, you're up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I tell my 93-year-old father, if you don't know the number, just don't answer it. Just ignore it. So that's what I recommend for you. Just
Let him leave a voicemail. Yeah.
Exactly. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a couple things. I too want to reiterate how I think our team, Kevin, Larry, Laura, have done a great job with the Youth Detention Center, getting the information out. I was at the second meeting and I thought it was great. I just want to point out, again, this is a 3-county collaboration, and Lehigh and Dauphin were there. Their representatives were there. I thought they did a great job as well, and really answered some of the questions that were out there. So we have I think the legislative delegation is going to be pushing for, hopefully, I'm sure they will, pushing for the money that we need. I want to commend and thank Senator Schwank for sort of leading the charge, and her staff, Spencer Thornburg, for helping as well. So we're going to be pushing with them to try to hopefully get that money along with the other counties. So thank you for all that you've done with regards to that issue. Commissioner Rivera spoke about the ribbon cutting in Hamburg. The business owner, Alyssa Wentz. It's a great facility. It's local food, farm-based market store. And I encourage people that not just in the Hamburg area, but throughout the area, she has a store there. And she's also opening one in Lehigh. So I wish her the very best in her new endeavor. Commissioner Lineback and I had the privilege and pleasure of attending the Wernersville parade on Memorial Day. It was a great weather. Commissioner Leinbach was driving his motorcycle and I was taking a walk. So it was a great day, great small town parade, and I really enjoyed it. Last night, we all attended the Home Builders event. They had an event raising money for their Berks County Committee for affordable housing. So I want to give the Home Builders Association a little bit of a shout out for the work they do in our community. A sort of a surprise. I was walking downstairs and ran into a friend of mine, and he told me that there was a swearing in, and I just want to give my friend, the new superintendent of Muhlenberg High School, Alan Futrick, a shout out. He got sworn in Judge Lillis's office, in Judge Lillis's chambers. At first, they wouldn't let me in because it was restricted, but then I told them I knew Christian Leinbach, and they let me.
It's a wonder they didn't throw you in jail.
But I want to give Alan, he just got named. Dr. Joe Macharola is the retiring superintendent, and a great guy, good friend of mine as well. And I want to wish Alan the very best. He's a Berks County guy, Reading High grad. So good luck to Alan. And the last item, I just want to make note on Tuesday, June 3rd, from 10 a.m. to 12 noon, it's Library Days at the Berks County Heritage Center. It's a family event, and it's free. So I encourage you to attend those and learn a little bit about our library. There's going to be some fun events there. Berks County Heritage Center, 1102 Red Bridge Road. And for more information, you can get on our website at berkscounty.gov. This is old here, right? That's not the right one, is it?
Yeah, that's an old one.
Yeah.
You have to remind.
www.berkscounty.gov. So
yeah,
Berks
PA.
BerksPA.gov.
BerksPA.gov.
This has the old one on it. So
yeah.
That's all I have, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Commissioner Santoni. Just three quick items. Also want to give a shout out to the folks in Wernersville Memorial Day Parade. I've done that several times. Just great small town Americana. It ended up being, it was a little cool when I left home on my motorcycle, I think about 45 degrees. But by the time the parade kicked off, it was great. Really enjoyed it. I did my best not to run over Commissioner Santoni, and I apparently succeeded in not causing any harm. HBA event last night, really great. Want to give a shout out to Kathy and Kurt Sloan. I've known them for many years. They've been involved with the HBA for 44 years, and they've been involved in leadership at the local level. Right now, Kathy Sloan is leading the Home Builders Association, but they've both been involved in state leadership and national leadership in the Home Builders Association. I happen to have them as a client in my advertising days, and we were talking last night. At one point in time, late 90s, early 2000s, they had around 800 members, not just home builders, but banks, real estate, title insurance companies, anyone that's related, hardware stores, a lot of different areas like that. Today, I believe they're either down at 150 or 125 members. Part of that's evident in the challenges with home building here in Berks County. Lancaster County, with all the farmland and with 120,000 preserved acres, has more home building going on a consistent basis than we do in Berks County. There are a lot of issues behind that, but it has really squeezed the home builder industry, and it's having a challenging effect on our local economy. When businesses want to move into an area, they look, especially for all of their employees, but especially for their executives, they're looking at where they're going to live, and they're looking at the schools in the areas that are open. And when you look at the numbers of homes that are available right now, it's pretty rough. And I know that Commissioner Rivera is working on this. And as of last evening, he's going to be bringing in the home builders along with realtors, neighborhood housing services, Habitat, Redevelopment Authority,
Planning Commission, Pam Mennett is involved. But HBA, they're really good, down to earth, local business owners, and really appreciate them. Last thing, and I'll cover something on this again next week, but I want to really continue to push World War II weekend. So I am going to quickly share one video. I tested this beforehand. Carl will vouch for that. So we will see. So on Friday night and Saturday night, normally Friday night, they'll have the Let's. That wasn't me, was it? No, I think got it.
Okay. The Let's Dance band, and on Saturday night it's Swing Fever. It's just a great event. This is a video from several years ago, but I hope you'll enjoy it. We're gonna get a video. No, we're not getting. I just did this. And it brings out an amazing crowd. So again, it's a great opportunity. World War II weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I believe that's the 6th, 7th, and 8th of June. If you want to, or you're interested, Google World War II weekend or go to Mid-Atlantic Air Museum's website, and you can find out how to get tickets for that event. We'll talk a little bit next Thursday about the parade that will be happening on Friday. I think all three of us are participating.
Yep.
All three executive assistants are participating, but this is one of the biggest events of the year. Roughly, depending on the weather, 40,000, give or take, people will come out over the 3+ days. So that's all that I have. Any row officer comments?
I don't have anything at this time.
Nothing to offer, thank you.
Thank you. And no row officers online? Okay, public comment, nothing in person, and nothing online. That brings us to the end of our published agenda.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Meeting is adjourned, 11 o'clock, election meeting.